Hello everybody, how's it going? We are here with a timeless reading. I hope that you're all doing well. The tarot deck that I'm using today is called the Fountain Tarot. The first card that we have out is Nine of Wands and King of Pentacles. I'm also seeing Queen of Swords and Two of Pentacles. There can be something that's feeling tough on you at this point, and it can feel like there is a lot of energy being put in, but you can feel like there's not a whole lot of relief. There's a lot of exertion, but you can feel like something isn't necessarily moving. Because we have King of Pentacles, it's going to be somewhere in your life where there is a role that you're playing, a job that you have, something of the sort, where you want to be putting in work and being effective, getting something done, accomplishing something. Nine of Wands is saying, I'm putting in effort, I'm putting in effort, I'm putting in effort. But because it can kind of feel like an uphill battle, you can feel like you have not gotten to the top of this yet, and you're definitely not going downhill yet. So it can feel just like a lot of uphill stuff that's being done right now. So a lot of effort being put in, and you can feel like you're not really like moving very far. You can know that you're moving, but very incrementally, and it can feel like there's a substantial amount of energy that's being put in. But as far as seeing progress, you can feel like that's not necessarily happening in a big way. Just in this moment. It doesn't look like a standstill. It just looks like I'm putting in a lot of energy to just go a little bit right now. Then we also have Queen of Swords and we have Two of Pentacles, which is about really paying attention to where you're putting your energy in, what's most important right now. What you're working on, what you're giving time to, what you're putting your focus on. So with King of Pentacles and Nine of Wands, you could say like physically I'm showing up and I have to do these things where there is an investment that's being made on my part. With Queen of Swords and Two of Pentacles, this is thinking about what it is that you're putting your energy into. And so King of Pentacles is showing up doing the thing. Queen of Swords feels like thinking about the things that we're doing and making sure that we're doing the things that we need to be doing, like doing the important stuff, focusing on the important stuff. And it can be calculating too. Like I have this going on and I have that going on. Like how do I make all of this work? Thinking about things. As expected, you can be feeling tired at this point. Nine of Wands can feel quite exhausting. Energy being spent. Again, Nine of Wands is that it can feel like a bit of an uphill battle. And Four of Cups is I'm feeling kind of fatigued by this. You can feel kind of discouraged. You can just feel tired. You can feel unenthusiastic. I'm putting in all of this energy. I feel like it's not really going anywhere. And the part of you that's the King of Pentacles, you look at things through the lens of saying, I want it to feel like I'm making worthy investments here of my time, of my energy, of my focus. Four of Cups can feel a little bit like I'm not feeling so inspired right now. I'm feeling even a little bit, I don't know if disappointed would be the right word. That can definitely come into it, but it can be more so feeling a little bit discouraged in this sense. Like, or just feeling like I've been putting all of this energy. I feel like it's just moving a minimal amount as far as progress. And there's a part of me that just feels very fatigued, feels very tired. And this can be something that feels a bit draining to you as well. It can drain on your creativity. It can drain on your inspiration. It can drain your passion, your excitement, your energetic force. Something is coming through though. It feels like as you're at that point where you're like, man, I need to just sit down. I need to come off of the field and sit on the bench here for a minute. And you can even be like, I need to think about some things right now. As that's happening, I'm seeing Knight of Swords come your way. And so this looks like something that's coming through to you rather quickly. This can be information that you're going to get, news that you're going to be receiving. I feel like this is something that may sort of jumpstart or revive your initiative. Can we find out more about this Knight of Swords? See, what I'm seeing is this is you when you come off the field and you're sort of sitting on the bench. And this card to me today is feeling like thinking about things. This feels like a pensive, I'm sort of thinking things over. And while that's happening, I feel like somebody's coming up. You may not notice that they're there until they're like right there. Because see how you're not facing it? This can be like unexpected that this would be coming through. Or just like you're not sitting in anticipation of this. Nonetheless, I'm seeing this thing come through. But it feels like it's during a time when you can feel less morale. And this is something that can boost that for you. Can you tell me anything more about Knight of Swords? This looks like a familiar face that's coming through. Some of you are going to be sending you a message. You're going to be having a conversation with them. Anything else? I feel like there's a lot of dancing and flexibility that is being required of you right now, and you can feel actually quite uninterested in this. Like, gotta do this, gotta do that, and you can be like not really feeling motivated to do that. I think this is going to help you take a look at things. Whatever this is that's coming your way. There's something about it helping you stabilize your energy. This can be something that helps you steady the mind as well. Something else that I'm seeing here is on the Knight of Swords, which this can sure be somebody else's energy, but it's also going to have to do with your energy too. You can be trying to like sort of fight through this feeling that can feel very dense, almost like, you know, when you're in water that's like thigh high and you try to move through it. It's different than when you're moving through air and there's not that density there to sort of hold you back. There can be a feeling of there being less inertia, okay, when you're moving through, because you feel like the water is sort of, it's a force that you have to move through when you're doing that. I kind of get that. Like there is a, I'm trying to move, but you can feel, you know, when people are training for running and they have that little parachute behind them, or they have a weighted vest on, and so you're not moving the way that you normally would. I kind of get that feeling from it, and I feel like this is going to help you when those things come off to be moving a lot more quickly and effectively. But right now it feels like that period when that weight is on, or when the water is thigh high, or when that parachute is behind you, it feels like you're going through that period right now. So this can feel like it's very trying, because you can feel like I'm doing the normal stuff but it's more difficult, or it takes more energy than usual right now. But it feels like this is a means to something, and it feels like this is going to end up benefiting you ultimately. But right now you can just be feeling like, I'm putting in usual effort and it's harder than usual for me, or more effort than normal is needed. Because if you have the weighted vest on, or if you have the parachute behind you to go at the pace that you normally go, it's going to take more exertion, and you can feel like I feel like that captures the sentiment of what's going on here within the energy. But you're definitely making progress, I'm seeing. Just feels like it's taking a minute. And there can be a lot of thought that's happening that's connected with future too. Maybe you're also feeling discouraged about that as well. But it feels like stuff needs to be figured out too. Stuff having to do with for some of you, I'm seeing that it looks like there's more than one thing going on, and this may be getting to a point where you may actually have to choose something. I'm kind of getting that. Like, I'm seeing two things on your plate here, and it feels like these two things are being set. It may have started as something that was more of a bulk. Now this feels like these two things are being like fully right now they're intertwined. It feels like in the future they are going to be separated from one another, and there may be more of a having to choose one or the other, or this can feel like something that was connected is becoming disconnected and moving into two pieces instead of being a joint thing. And there can be a choice that is connected with this as far as future. And I think like what's being invested in, and this can be like what future you're investing into. I feel as well like this is kind of it looks like a mental maze that you're moving through. But you can feel like it takes a lot to get somewhere right now. It's funny because I kind of feel this Knight of Swords is like coming from the future, coming through and saying, you're not going to stay feeling like this, but it feels like Four of Cups is just what you're feeling like right now, and you can be like, this is really difficult on me. I feel like I don't have the energy. And then Knight of Swords is feeling like this future you that's coming here to connect with you right now, and is like telling you about stuff that's going to be happening up ahead, and is like, you're not going to stay feeling like that, because that Knight of Swords is when you get in that mode of, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and you feel like you can sort of move around and you feel inspired to do that. It feels like everything is sort of organized mentally for you, and that you're taking action. There's decisiveness. It feels kind of like the opposite of what Four of Cups is, which can be the feeling that's being felt now. But I feel like from the future, this part of you comes through and is like telling you these things. I think as like maybe to encourage you, or to tell you stuff that you need to know, or to tap you on the shoulder and say like, it's not going to stay like this. I think more than anything. Can you tell me more about, actually, let's see more about the message that the Knight of Swords is bringing to you. Like, what is the purpose of this? Why is this coming back? Well, it's coming into the present moment for you, but it's coming back as far as where this energy belongs. Helping you sort things out. Some of you, there's stuff about feelings that you're making sense of, and this is meant to help you with that as well. But you could have a couple different things that are going on and you're trying to make sense of it. Feels like getting insight to know the correct moves to be making. I think ones that you'll be happy that you ended up choosing. The water in the Page of Cups card that I'm using to clarify, it reminds me of camouflage, but not earth tone camouflage. It looks like water camouflage to me. Like, I don't know if that's necessarily a thing. It feels like something. The purpose of camouflage is to like blend in, right? Or like not be seen or not be discovered. And I'm seeing this be connected with something that's going on internally, something that's going on like even emotionally or spiritually. Feels like something is coming up in some type of discreet way, but it can feel like maybe you have to look for it in order for it to present itself. Maybe you feel like something isn't presenting itself easily. Meaning, if you're going through something right now and you're trying to make sense of it, you're trying to work it out, and it feels like a workout mentally, it feels like the guiding principle, the thing that would be guiding you through that, almost feels like it's camouflaged. And I feel like you're getting this message to like help you discern something that's there, but it can kind of feel like it's hidden a bit. Feels like the right thing for you to be doing moving forward. Some of you, there's a relationship that's involved in this too. There can be relationships that are involved in this. How you're feeling about things, what you're choosing. Nice. We have the High Priestess here. This can definitely be a choice of where you feel like your heart is leading you towards figuring out what's important to you, what are important investments within your life that you are actively choosing, especially when you feel like you're being challenged and these things are coming up, choices are coming up. Do you want this? Do you want that? Do you choose this? Do you choose that? This can also have to do with roles that you are playing within your life. You want to be playing this role. You want to be assigned to that role. What do you want to be doing? What are roles worth investing in for you that you feel like you're choosing? That you would feel like that's what you want to be doing. For some of you, I feel like this is also going to have to do with a future role that you can be playing, or something that would be built upon. But it's not only about what's going on as far as like how you're moving through life. I feel like there's an emotional component to this. There's an emotional and mental component to this. So it's about how it is that you're showing up within your life, and also how you're feeling about that and what you prefer to, because it feels like something is being figured out on the emotional front, or we can say on the soul front, or on the front of what it is that you're truly feeling. And this feels like trying to get connected with that part of yourself that is very wise and that will give you the guidance that you're looking for to help you on a personal level move through this. But at the same time, you can just feel like this is a lot of moving around and tossing around and spinning around that's happening, and you can be like, I don't want to do this anymore. There can be that little part of you that's just like, this is so exhausting, and you can feel kind of spent emotionally. Like, I'm doing all this work, I'm trying to dig stuff up, I'm trying to understand how it is that I feel and what I'm tuning into and what is the guidance, because I'm really trying to look for that here. And you can just feel like there's so much digging and feel tired from doing that. So much excavating and feeling tired from doing that. But at the same time, I feel like you're making a lot of progress here, whether you're seeing that or not. It may feel less tangible at this point, even though I'm seeing there be movement. And I think helping you to take action where you feel decisive, where this may not have been happening before, but it feels like the excavating must happen, pulling everything up and out, looking through, and then choosing from that point. Yeah, I do definitely get this notion of this aspect of you coming into this present moment, like here within the reading, coming into this present moment from the future and helping guide you through this process. So you're sort of staying on track here, on the track that you will be happy you traveled upon. And there's stuff about your future and your outlook on things that's being discerned about what the best investments are for you to be making right now. I think like for your life. And I think so you can feel happy with what you're investing in, and you can feel like you're doing things, investing in things that really matter to you, investing in things that hold meaning for you, things that you look at and you're like, this is a good investment of my energy. And I'm glad that I'm spending my time doing this. And for some of you, you may not be feeling like that with certain situations, and this is to correct that. And that's what this is. And the only thing between that and you feeling like you're on track is touching base with the high priestess within you and making moves based off of that. But it can feel like a little bit of static and a little bit of a block between you and the high priestess, which is going to be your higher self communicating with you. But it's helping you sort of get out of this little slump that you can be feeling in right now, where it just feels like the way that the Four of Cups can be is, rather than getting up and feeling really excited, it's kind of just like, can be like going through the motions, can feel uninspired, can feel kind of drained, can just feel like blah. This is to help get you out of that. And so you get back on this track of feeling like you're involved in the things that you want to be involved in, and you're playing those roles that feel fulfilling to you within your life, and that you're choosing the future that you want and spending time discerning what that is for yourself. Like, do you want to go over there? Do you want to go over here? What do you want that to look like? There are choices to be made about this. And I think that this does ultimately affect you on a personal level. And I think it's about tuning in and knowing that when you get connected with your higher self, there's like only ever one path. There's not going to be conflict. This is just helping you move through what would be blocking you from the clarity that you need to see that. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.